A resting object will stay at rest unless an unbalanced force is applied to it. Resting object, force. Great Greek philosopher Aristotle believed that an object in motion requires a continuous force to remain in motion. Otherwise, said object will come to a stop. Islamic mathematician Ibn al-Haytham, however, questioned this idea. This great thinker held the notion that a moving object remains in motion until a force is acted against it. During the Italian Renaissance, Galileo gathered data on the motion of objects by conducting experiments that involved rolling balls down ramps. The theories and ideas presented by these great philosophers would go on to influence the work of countless scientists, such as astronomer, mathematician, and physicist Sir Isaac Newton. Here in mid-17th century England, we find Isaac Newton, who has been giving these theories of motion a lot of thought, pondering something more to motion, something that those before him had missed. So he's conducting some experiments of his own, beginning by rolling a ball down a ramp onto a sand-covered floor. So, what happened? Well, the ball was set into motion and remained in motion until acted upon by the sand. The sand exerted friction, a force that slowed the ball down. Now, what would happen if the ball rolled onto a clean, smooth surface? The ball was set into motion, but this time remained in motion much longer than the ball that was slowed by the sand. Logically, if the surface were perfectly smooth, the ball would roll infinitely, given that there's no force to act against it. This shows that moving objects don't need continual force acting on them to remain in motion. Yet, how does this idea relate to stationary objects? Isn't being stationary different from being in a state of motion? Let's explore that idea. What happens if we place an object within another object that's in motion? From this angle, we see that the object and its passenger are moving across the water. But if we view the object from a different perspective, we see that the passenger is at rest with respect to his surroundings, even though the object is in motion. Stationary objects and moving objects seem like opposites, but they really behave according to the same set of rules. An object in motion and an object at rest can be the very same object, so it's no wonder that they behave similarly. This leads Newton to his first law of motion. Unless acted upon by an unbalanced external force, an object at rest stays at rest, and an object in motion stays in motion.